Всем доброго времени суток. Продолжаю проходить Fallout 4. Со мной в напарниках Ник Валентайн. Как я уже говорил ранее, он нужен для того, чтобы пойти в FarHarbor. Я не закончил квест воссоединения. Я только дошел до Фортхагена. И при перемещении Sanctuary стал доступен FarHarbor. Это на 20 уровне. Получается, FarHarbor доступен. Ну, соответственно, я, как и говорил, пойду в FarHarbor. Мне нужен утонченный джентльмен. Он прибавляет харизма 3, чтобы не переодеваться в платье. Чтобы меньше переодеваться. Да, чтобы не переодеваться в платье, достаточно будет очки, утонченный джентльмен и вот рюкзак еще. Очень удачно рюкзак тоже дополняет харизму. Ну, отправляемся в путь, друзья.
Setting this to repeat. This is Ellie Perkins from Valentine's Detective Agency with a message for Nick's partner. We've got a new case and it sounds urgent. Stop by the office. I'll be waiting. Setting this to repeat. This is Ellie Perkins from Valentine's Detective Agency with a message for Nick's partner.
Так, поговорить с Элли. Оружие взять на продажу. Да, можно было дать, конечно, Валентайну лучшее оружие, но отдам ему. Самое хорошее, конечно, оружие это...
Sounds like Ellie needs to talk to us. We should head back to the office next chance we get.
Для него это спаситель, но спасителя у меня нет, потому что я еще не выполнил квест агентурная работа, поэтому я дам ему...
Hey.
I'm listening.
Вот, пистолет-пулемет у него отражается. А может получится? О, здорово. Вот так вот, да? Раз у него 45-й патрон, тогда я ему дам вот этот пистолет-пулемет. Компенсатор стоит. Так, а ну, по-моему. Большой быстрострельный магазин. По-моему, сейчас. Что там поцелуюсь? Полное оружие. болтов не хватает. Другие туннели поставили. Где он? Усиленный ресивер самый мощный. Полновоживый. Средний. Большой. Коллиматорный прицел. Компенсатор. Дымный тормоз. Итого 24. Вот и пусть с ним приходит. Учится. Кинетический. Мощный. Пистолет-пулемет есть, а он им не пользуется.
Hey.
What?
Пистолет-пулемет есть в арсенале, а он им почему-то не пользуется. Так, кинетический пистолет-пулемет. Не буду забирать, мало ли что.
The plan.
О, все замечательно. Так, какой план? Какой план? План идти в FarHarbor. Вот каков план. Раз дополнение FarHarbor стал доступен, значит надо идти в FarHarbor.
Yes.
Yes?
Yeah?
Hi.
Yes?
Hi.
Huh? You need protection. Everyone does.
I've got a few minutes to browse.
Don't forget to stock up on ammo.
Более легко это.
Thank you. It's like I can finally think straight.
Huh?
Итак, направляемся в детективное агентство. Поговорим с Элли и пойдем в FarHarbor.
I'm glad you're here. We got a new case while you and Nick were out. Ready to put on the detective hat?
Who's our client?
A fisherman whose family lives on the edge of the Commonwealth. Kenji Nakano.
Nakano? Huh. That name takes me back. My memory's a little fuzzy on the details, though.
Maybe if you bothered writing things down, Nick.
Can't do that. Wouldn't want to put you out of a job.
Huh. I'll remember that the next time you need me to console a hysterical client. Mr. Nakano didn't leave many details. Said he'd go over everything when you meet him. But if you want my guess, missing person case. Guy had a worried look a mile long.
I'll go check it out. Thanks, Ellie.
The Nakano residence is up in the northeast, near the coast. A small fishing house. He said that he and his wife will be waiting for you.
It's a long walk. That's how the hard cases always start.
Ну что ж, долгое путешествие, так долгое путешествие. Пойдем в путешествие. Так, а ближайший пункт... А, у меня был ближайший пункт. Это был... Вторая сильная церковь. Может здесь пройти. Что здесь опасно. На самом деле везде опасно. Ну, как-то идти нужно. А, мост. Здесь мост таки.
No accounting for taste.
Да, здесь довольно опасно, он заминирован. Довольно не кисло. Масло. Ну вот и все, Ник, пойдем быстрее. Понял. Как-то нужно пройти незаметно. Но здесь, конечно, это не получится. Ну, хоть как-то. Ладно, отдам. Не отдам, если что. Хотя Нику не нравится вскрытие замков, ему нравится больше вскрытие терминалов. Не помню, что смотрели видео, вдали от дома. Так, обойдем супермутантов. Ибо фасоль нужна, чтобы варить суп из оленя. Тоже полезный. Полезный суп. Сопротивление радиации уменьшает. Добавляет бонус. То есть от энергии. Сопротивляемость энергии повышается. Кто здесь у нас бродит? Лукас Миллер. Вроде как.
Excuse me.
Best way to spend your caps is protecting your hide with my armor. That advice is free.
What kind of stuff do you have?
I sell armor for Old Man Stockton's outfit, based out of Bunker Hill. Been selling armor to smart wastelanders for years. The dumb ones walk away empty-handed, but they don't stay dumb long, if you catch my meaning.
Let's see what you have.
My prices are firm. Haggling gives me a headache.
Я приобрел в Кряшен клуб рюкзак армейский, и вот у торговцев появляется рюкзак. То есть я могу этот рюкзак купить и дать напарнику, и у него увеличится вес. Давайте попробуем это сделать. Также у него легендарная броня. Ну, от супермутантов только полезны. А остальные не очень. Правый понож от супермутанта. И стоит недорого. В принципе, можно взять. Где я его еще найду? Вот у него партия защитного волокна стоит очень дорого. А что я тебе продам? Крышкамина очень полезный. Придется продать. Желтое пальто тоже повышает харизму, но и имеет защиту от радиации. Вот это желтое пальто носит представитель Волтек, который приходил в начале игры. Вот он его носит. Так, мне нужно что-то продать. Ядерковый. Антирадио. Радикс. Оправдать свою покупку.
that it's an option.
И укатился. Вот.
Oh, someone should make use of it. We should head over to the Nakano residence when we can. Find out what their case is about.
Вот это вообще опасно. Без пусковой установки я с ними даже бороться не буду. Порвут в 2 счета. Тем более двое их. Да, что не говори, на начальном этапе приходится убегать от больших противников. Смоленника. А вот они побежали. Коготь смерти побежал. А вот его встретили кованые тоже. Нежелательно с ними схлестнуться. Довольно сильные противники. Так, а там на мосту. На мосту рейдер. Придется обходить. Обойти так, чтобы не наткнуться на когти смерти. Уж больно сильный противник. А защита у меня слабая. Так, здесь у нас тоже нежелательные противники. Рейдеры, боссы. Тоже их обойти нужно. По сути дела, на 20 уровне, имея защиту конечности, у меня 60% имеет неповреждаемость конечности. 60%. И все же с некоторыми противниками, потому что они тоже сильные становятся по мере возрастания моего уровня. С ними лучше вообще не сталкиваться. Здесь, по-моему, ничего нет. Шпильку возьму, радекс возьму. Так, ну вот немного пробежались. Так, а здесь у нас рейдеры. А там у нас супермутанты. Походу мне не избежать столкновения с супермутантами. Ну ладно, тогда одеваем правый понож и будем. Супермутант громила, и плюс еще вот это добавился. Мощнее становится. Да, вот если супермутант камикадзе убить, то с него можно тяжелый молот. То с него можно взять ядерный мини-заряд. Сейчас мне даст, я запустил дополнение автоматрон, и в некоторых местах можно найти, как же он называется, ну вроде как станок по поиску взрывчатки, каких-то предметов. Там рыбоглаз ищет для тебя компоненты, взрывчатку. И с помощью вот этого станка можно искать редкие. Редкие это ядерный мини-заряд. Так, а здесь у нас гуль. Что-то он не хочет.
Hey, I thought I saw.
Почему у него опять пистолет? Я же ему дал. Нормальный. Я тебе дал нормально. Где он?
I don't think we're alone.
Страж смотрителя хорош, но у него отдача большая. Его ведет в сторону при стрельбе. Разброс получается большой. А так, в общем, довольно хороший карабин с легендарным свойством, выпускает дополнительный снаряд. А если его еще еще улучшить, то будет он еще мощнее будет. Я с ним и первый раз, когда играл, тоже прошел игру с ним, он меня выручал. С сильными противниками.
That's it.
Очень даже хорошо. Сейфы вскрываешь, Валентайну безразлично. А вот когда терминалы, да. Ему нравится, когда взламываешь терминал. Он тоже своеобразный напарник. Его тоже с ним взаимоотношения улучшать приходится долго. Он тоже не любит химию.
Damn it! Come in! I know you're listening on the other end. Where is she? Where is my daughter?
Kenji, please. You've been at this for hours. Stop. You need sleep.
She's out there, Ray. Someone
Не
has
любит,
her.
когда
They could be raiders, or gunners, or God knows what else.
поступки делаешь. А в содружестве добрые поступки делать очень тяжело.
I hope you don't mind. We let ourselves in.
Nick, thank God. You need to get to work right away. She could be hurt. She could be...
Whoa, whoa, slow down. Kenji, was it? Why did you go over the details with me and my partner here?
You brought a partner? Good. The more eyes, the better.
Забыл переодеться. Иначе диалоги не пройдут. Оранжевый.
You've been at this for hours. Stop. You need sleep.
She's out there, Ray.
Надеюсь,
Someone...
пройдут. Чтобы было наверняка.
has her. They could be raiders. Or gunners, or God knows what else.
I hope you don't mind. We let ourselves in.
Nick, thank God. You need to get to work right away. She could be hurt. She could be...
Whoa, whoa, slow down. Kenji, was it? Why did you go over the details with me and my partner here?
You brought a partner? Good. The more eyes, the better.
So, what's the story with you and Nick?
Nick didn't tell you? Ran with him on one of his cases a few years back, searching for some sort of lost heirloom. He needed a boat. Things didn't end well. We were double-crossed by the client once we had what he was looking for. I still have some lead lodged into my hip.
Right. Yeah, it's starting to come back to me. Sorry things ended sour.
We got out. That's all that mattered. And now you can return the favor by finding my daughter.
Let's just get this over with.
It all started with this damn radio.
Our daughter Kasumi likes to fix things. The radio was her latest project.
Until she made contact with some kidnapper who lured her away from us.
Or maybe she left on her own. She's not a child anymore. Our daughter is 19. She knows how to survive and she's capable. I think maybe she left because she wanted her own life.
No, she would have told us where she was going. She would have said something. I know my daughter is in danger. I can feel it. Find her, please.
Так, ну деньги я просить не буду, Нику это не понравится.
Do you have any idea where she could have gone?
We know she took one of the boats, but that's all. She could be anywhere.
We'll find her. Don't you worry.
Thank you. Her room is upstairs if that helps. And if you had any more questions about her, just ask.
Don't worry, Kenji. We'll get to the bottom of this. Just sit tight.
Ну вот, как я и сказал, нужно идти в FarHarbor с Валентайном, потому что он здесь как бы ключевой персонаж.
Mrs. Nakano,
I suppose you have questions about my daughter.
you and your husband don't seem to agree about why your daughter left.
We both want to find her. The world out there isn't a place where you want to be alone. But Kenji still sees her swaddled in diapers. He doesn't see a young woman with her own decisions to make. Maybe because it's more frightening. She wasn't tricked into leaving without telling us. That was her choice. She didn't want us to follow. Why?
Tell me about this radio your daughter was working on.
I remember Kasumi was very excited about it. I figured she was secretly trying to make contact with Diamond City or another settlement. We're pretty isolated out here. She only has us for company, and Kenji can be overprotective.
I'd like to know more about Kasumi. Might shine a light on where she's gone.
My daughter is strong, focused, careful. That's how I know she's still alive. But why would she leave without telling us? Maybe we... No, never mind. I don't want to waste your time.
Every detail is important, Mrs. Nakano. Don't hold back.
It's just that we've been fighting a lot more. All of us. Ever since Kasumi's grandfather passed away. He was the only one that could really talk to her. Kenji and I don't understand machines, but those two could work together for hours. She started staying in her grandfather's boathouse late into the night. I thought she was just trying to cope with the loss, but now I wonder what she was up to.
Nothing else right now. Mr. Nakano,
Did you have questions? About my daughter?
why did your daughter really leave? Your wife said she left on her own, but you said it was kidnappers?
I know it was kidnappers. Kasumi is a smart girl, but she doesn't know how horrible people can be. Not like me and Ray. Why would she just leave her family with no explanation? Someone tricked her. Got her to leave the safety of home. Every minute we aren't looking for my daughter, her life is in jeopardy.
Tell me more about this radio she was fixing.
I've tried to get that damn thing to work over and over again, but there's nothing. I thought she just wanted to strip it for parts or build a toaster out of it, or something, like she usually does. Someone made contact with her, and then they took her. God, what kind of twisted psychopath has my daughter?
Anything more you could tell me about Kasumi? The smallest detail could be important.
I don't know what more to say. She's my little girl, and she doesn't know how dangerous this world is. I never should have let her grandfather teach her how to fix these machines.
Her grandfather? He taught her how to fix the radio?
Ever since she was old enough to walk, yes. Her grandfather had an ear for machines. Kasumi picked up the knack. He passed away recently. He used to scavenge the ruins in the south for parts. I kept telling him he was getting too old.
No more questions right now.
Work quickly, detective.
Ну, здесь голозаписи Касуми. Ну, важная голозапись находится, конечно же, в сарае.
Got a thing for antiques, huh?
Давайте сразу вас
Project log? Myself. I never really thought about who or what I am, but God, where do I start? The radio. I was right about the range. I managed to get a signal, a strong signal from up north. There's a group of people up there. They say they're all synthetic people, made by the Institute. They're trying to build a place for their kind, where they can be themselves and be accepted for what they are alongside human beings. It sounds wonderful, but then they started asking about me, and some questions came up. Questions I don't have answers to. I mean, I've always felt off, like I'm not really supposed to be here, but then there are things in my childhood I can't remember, and I've been having strange dreams. I'm going to go to meet these synths. I have to know the truth about myself. They've told me to sail up north to a town called FarHarbor. I can make my way to them from there.
So the daughter takes off by boat. But more importantly, there's a colony of synths up near this far harbor. We need a way to get there. Let's go talk to Kenji. He knows the waters better than anyone.
Hey,
Go on.
Так,
If
попробуем.
I got it.
Армейский рюкзак. Оденет? Нет. Не одевает он рюкзак армейский. На него нельзя одеть почему-то. Ну ладно.
Let's talk things through with Kenji.
excuse me, Mr. Nakano.
Have you finished your investigation? Did you find anything?
I think I know where Kasumi went. A place called Far Harbor?
She went that far up north? God, that explains why she took the boat. There's no time to waste. You have to go after her.
Wait, did you find out why she left, Detective? Who she was speaking to?
What does it matter?
Because I know my daughter, and if she didn't tell us where she went, then she had a reason. Don't you want to know if she wants to be found?
You're right, Detective. Did you find any clue to why Kasumi left home?
Your daughter made contact with a group of synths. She thinks she's one of them.
What? That's crazy.
She's not a synth. She's our daughter. We raised her. I gave birth to her. She's flesh and blood, not a synthetic.
Maybe your daughter is just confused, having an identity crisis.
Oh God. Does she even think we're still her parents?
This is what I was afraid of. Someone twisting my daughter's mind. You have to get to Far Harbor. Take my ship on the dock. It has a guidance system, a final gift from my father, and it's built for distance.
What can I expect out there, Kenji?
I only made the trip to Far Harbor once, when I was a boy. All I remember is that my father did not want to stay long. Something about the air being bad.
I'll get to the bottom of this, Kenji.
Thank you. I know you haven't asked for a payment, and we can't offer much. But here, please take it. I insist. For expenses, if nothing else.
I know it'll be hard waiting for word, but try to carry on like normal. We'll be back as soon as we can.
Fine, Kasumi. Please.
Hey,
What's the plan? There's something bothering you?
your thoughts?
Who do you think actually won the war? Nobody, I guess.
That's all for now.
Well, all right.
My father's boat can guide itself, and it is strong enough to make the trip.
Итак, отправляемся в FarHarbor. Сначала нужно переодеться. Так, и я получил уровень, что же мне прокачать. Кстати, доступным эксперт подрывный. О, кстати. Очень кстати. Отправляемся в FarHarbor.
Expecting nobody. Next shipment's 3 days out. Wait, that's not one of mine.
Jesus, ease up, Alan. We got visitors.
Mainlanders ain't nothing but trouble.
Put the damn gun down. Are you lost? This is FarHarbor. We don't get many visitors around here.
We don't need no freeloaders or more help, Mainlander. So you can get back in your boat and leave.
Alan, this isn't your dock. It belongs to the whole town. And that means strangers are welcome. Sorry, you've caught us during a difficult time. But Alan's got a point. Not all visitors have good intentions. So, what's your business here?
What is this place?
Well, in ancient times, this used to be a tourist town. My people have lived here and on the island for generations. But now everyone's crowded onto the docks, just trying to survive another day. We have more than our fair share of problems. You aren't here to add to them, are you?
A young woman from the Commonwealth named Kasumi may have passed through here. Her family hired me to find her.
Some sort of detective, huh? Well, she came through here all right.
At least we know she made it this far.
Damn it. Mariners incoming.
Something's coming through the fog!
You, help us defend the town, and I'll answer any questions you have. Take a post at the top of the wall, near the main gate. The hull never lets us down. Now follow me! Be careful on the hull, stranger. Don't fall off. If you do, we might not be able to rescue you in time.
Так, идем помогать жителям
Man the hull! Something's out
FarHarbor.
there!
time. Look to the fog. They're coming.
Gulpers!
Oh, God! Defend yourselves!
Hey. Let's do this.
Someone's coming.
It's on. Should have just won.
It's over.
No. Eyes on the fog. Something's coming.
Ух ты! Вот это было опасно.
We might not be able to rescue you in time.
Плюс еще тормозит. Сильно много противников, и у меня все тормозит. И тормажит.
The hell?
Eyes peeled, everyone.
The gate! Open the gate! I've got wounded out here!
There's no time. Look to the fog. They're coming.
Gulpers!
Oh, God! Defend yourselves!
I don't think we're alone. Yes, we're not alone. There.
Really want this to be the last
Убежал.
Yeah, that's one way to get the cool and coffee.
It's over.
No. Eyes on the fog. Something's coming.
Так, самые опасные идут.
It's gonna be sick.
Все, победили. Здорово.
Hey, toss anything you can't haul my way.
Так, идем собирать легендарки. Вот это хороший. Убийственный калиброванный охотничий корабль. Увеличение урона людям на 50%. Очень даже. Очень хороший. простой удачей попадается довольно-таки полезные легендарки. Удача рулит. Так, и здесь где-то еще один был легендарный. Дуэльная. При попадании по врагу, сражающим в ближнем бою, получить 10% шансов прожить его. Ну, это так себе легендарка, конечно. Плюс у нас потери у гражданских один. Так, еще здесь вроде. Но учитывая то, что бой был довольно плотный, потери один гражданский, это в принципе немного. Итак, здесь я не знаю, получится не получится. Если с морячкой не разговаривать, то не запустится. Помощь Мишо. А его я спасти не смогу. У меня нет ответственности.
And now you see what we're up against. The fog and the creatures it spits out have taken the whole island from my people. And for your help when we needed it, you deserve this.
What's the fog?
Where to begin? The fog's radioactive, right? But there are pockets of it, the deep fog, that are hard fallout. And as deadly as that is, that's only part of the problem. Things live in the fog, thrive. You think what attacked the harbor's bad? Oh, there's far worse further inland.
You've lost the whole island?
Oh, the fog's been here forever. There are good years when it recedes and the island's almost normal. Then there are times when it spreads all over. And people have to cling to any patch of land free of the fog. For the past, 8 years or so, it's been getting as bad as it's ever been. Now, FarHarbor's one of the only places left that's safe.
If you managed to survive despite all that, you must be tough.
Ornery, more like.
I'm done cowering behind your damn hull, Avery. Time you let me deal with the real problem. With the right people and my guns, I can end those Children of Adam cultists for good.
The fog's been here forever. The children didn't make it.
Before the Rat Eaters came, the fog was under control. They come, and it all goes wrong. It's time we do something.
No need to burden the stranger with all this nonsense.
What's the deal with the Children of Adam?
They're religious folk. Worship the power of Adam. Which is radiation, I guess. If you want details, you'd have to find and ask them. We used to have a peace with them until a certain hothead menace named Alan Lee...
Now that's enough. That preacher came into the harbor saying that it was Adam's will that we lost our land. That it was Adam's goddamn will that we lost so many friends and family. And that the Adam would wipe this whole place clean of us.
If it were up to me, you'd hang for what you did to that preacher, Alan.
What did he do to the preacher?
Alan pulled a gun on him. He claims the preacher reached for his. We don't have police, or really any law, just custom and popular sentiment. And after everything the preacher said, it was abundantly clear doing anything to Alan would have made matters worse.
Have the children made the fog worse?
Absolutely not. There's not one bit of evidence.
Geiger counters don't lie, Avery. The fog's gotten more lethal year over year. And now the fog's covering the whole island. But only after the children came.
You know as well as I do that's happened before. Sure, people have theories that children are involved, but no one, and I mean no one, has proof.
Can we get back to business?
Sorry for all that. You're here for Kasumi, right? She headed inland to the synth refuge, Acadia. Getting there will be dangerous. You'll need a guide. Old Longfellow. No one knows the fog like him. But word of warning, he's a bit of an acquired taste.
What's old Longfellow's story?
He's the best hunter on the island. Fearless. Some say crazy. If someone needs to get to Acadia, he's the only one that'll do it. But people around here are known for being stubborn, willful, and other, less flattering things. But Longfellow's got a reputation even among us.
What can you tell me about Acadia?
Ask Longfellow. He's the only one that's been there.
Thanks for the info.
Best place to look for Longfellow's at the bar. The last plank. And, please, lend a hand around town if you're able. Even if it's slapped away. People like the Mariner and Cassie and others need help. And let me say something you might not hear again. Thank you.
Так, я добрался до острова и... Скорее всего, пока я не дойду до Акадии, то сюда не придет робот Перл, который предложит помощь. Или сколько сейчас время? Сейчас утро. Может, она придет, если подождать ее. Потому что она каким-то макаром узнала, что появился. Появился детектив, и она приходит сюда к ним. Ну, вот она обычно здесь появляется. Ну, видать, да. Скорее всего, нужно пойти в Акадию. И потом робот Перл появится здесь. Сходим в Акадию. Заодно поглядим, сколько у них стоят легендарки. Меня интересует морская боевая броня. Она лучше защищает. У нее лучше защита, чем у силовой брони.
We're trying to have a conversation here.
Shut your mouths, open your damned ears. So the fogs are coming for us all. I can't see any better way of greeting it than to have another round. On the house.
Yeah!
Time to party.
Here's some Mitch.
Mitch!
Забавно.
If you need
Captain
a room,
Avery
see
said
Mitch.
you can get me to Acadia?
Heard there was a scuffle out there. You get your hands dirty? I'm done leading people to their deaths in the fog. Last fella couldn't keep up. Didn't last 5 minutes.
I'm not some no-name mainlander. I'm tough enough for your little island.
Sling a bit of lead on the hull and now you think you're ready to walk in the fog, do you? Things you'll see inland make that look like a Sunday stroll.
I helped the harbor out. I figure all of you owe me something, at least.
Well, I suppose there's a bit of truth there. I can get you to Acadia. But you've got to listen to me. Go where I say, when I say it. Still won't be easy. You stock up on your necessities, Rad X and the like. And then the real work can begin.
Should I make any other preparations?
Ammo, stim packs, maybe a rocket or three. Worse than Meyer lurks out there.
Let's go, Longfellow.
Follow me,
You don't like the service?
Yes.
There's the
So
door.
much knowledge was lost when the bombs hit. Good to see someone trying to bring it back.
Drown your worries.
Let's head out of town. Acadia is above the fog line on the mountain. It's a bit of a hike. You might want to take this for the road. Tastes foul as sin, but it'll
With
help.
ordnance like that, no wonder you wiped out those crabs.
Так, итак, он мне дал вяленый болотник. Что он делает? Сопротивление ядам.
Do you have any super mutants on the
We
mainland?
need to move through the old mountain trails where we're. The fog ain't like nothing you've seen in the Commonwealth. Mainlanders take a dose of Radaways.
А, вот у меня же есть. У меня есть легендарный.
What do you need? Tracks. Fresh ones. Trappers ahead. When the bullets start flying, find cover. Keep your head down if you want to live. What was that?
Твою дивизию. Где он? Готов. Зачем?
What, ain't you had enough yet?
You're in for it now. Just laugh.
You're not half bad in the scrap. Figured I'd have to take care of a lot of them. Might just make a proper FarHarbor. See, the fog can do a number on you. Get you all turned around. There's something in your brain. Trappers were mean to begin with. We ain't no. You're dead!
Sorry, folks won't be chewing on us.
Fuck, take them all. Here's the mountain trail. We stick to this and we'll make it to the cave. Game trails crisscross the road, so don't be surprised if we got local wildlife to deal with.
Где ж твое оружие? Куда оно исчезло у тебя? Так, а здесь у нас... Есть волки.
Into the breach we go!
Очень сильные. Кавалеристы.
We grow everything extra mean.
Грибы.
Still got a ways to
Для
go.
чего-то нужны. Для крафта чего-то. И вот Астер тоже. Для крафта нужен.
Usually stick to the deep fog. Best we steer clear. But you never know. When I was a young lad, no higher than your knee, the whole island was covered in fog. The fog eventually rolled back. People resettled. But they got comfortable. Started taking things for granted. Folk got short memories. All this has happened before. There's someone or something else here.
Couldn't take long.
Опасно.
Suppose someone should make use of it.
И это еще не все.
Just when I thought we were getting along. I'd say it's time for a break.
Gulper's got a fondness for fresh water. A small gulper, like the ones in these parts, is a fair challenge. Now the big ones, they can grow 2-3 times the size of a man. Good thing you don't see too many of them.
Still done. I'm too damn slow.
That'll teach you.
Ну. Что здесь?
halt there. Stringing one more soul to their damnation, old man?
Well, what have we here? Another rad-worshipping lunatic. That's what.
Your barbs do not harm me. I am shielded by my faith.
How about bullets? Faith shield you against those too?
Who's she?
One of them children of Adam preachers. Started off as pests. Now they're more like a menace.
Do not sully this one with your blasphemy, old man. You. I suggest you go no further. Acadia is a nest of snakes. Beasts that subvert the will of Adam.
What's Acadia done to make you distrust them?
They supply FarHarbor with the means to turn back Adam's holy fog. You'd do well to avoid such creatures, and instead seek the only true master of this land.
All right, I'm listening. Tell me about Adam.
Tell you. Look around. You stride through his kingdom. A land blanketed beneath sacred fog. A land Adam has claimed for his children. And you may join our family if he deems you worthy.
Worthy? What do I have to do to join?
There is a ritual his children must perform. If you succeed, you will be rewarded with entrance into our family.
Suppose I've got nothing better to do.
Huh. Adam usually prefers those with a bit more fervor. But nonetheless, if you wish to test his favor, seek the nucleus.
If you're done wasting time with a fanatic, let's move on.
Ну, узнал, где находится ядро.
Here's clean. No fog. Acadia is not too far now.
Потому что в ядро нужно попасть. Там находится броня в продаже.
And we've arrived. Acadia's already been watching us for a good spell. If you want to talk with them, just go inside. They'll be waiting for you. You need my help again, you come see me. Got a cabin just outside of FarHarbor. Good place to tool up your gear, get some rest, or get stinking drunk. Just make sure if you're bringing a bottle of something strong, there's enough to share.
Maybe later, Longfellow.
All right, but I'm serious about the offer. You ever want to hunt the forests and waters of the island together, I could think of worse things to do. Just lay me down.
Прокачал 15%. Мужчинам урон. В принципе, да. Боевой. Так, ну, идем в Акаде. Здесь брат Валентайна находится. Дима.
I first climbed this mountain above the fog, I thought to myself, now here is a metaphor worth taking in. You've entered a place of clarity, understanding, peace. While you're here in Acadia, Synthkind welcomes you as long as you welcome us.
What are you?
I told you. I'm the old synth on the mountain. I know the plastic skin and tubes out the back can be unsettling, but I want to ask you to look past that. Tell me why you're here, and I'll try to help you.
I came here looking for Kasumi Nakano.
Really? I'm impressed. Few would brave the kind of journey you've had for the sake of someone else. Kasumi is here. She's safe and unharmed, and you're free to see her if you'd like. Before you do, though, tell me, do you think Kasumi is a synth? We're not answering any more questions until you play straight with us. Just who the hell are you, really? There's only one synth with that kind of face and a mind of his own, and I only see him when I look in a mirror. Nick? It can't be you. Don't give me that. What are you trying to pull? I've never seen you before in my life. Please, if you're willing to give me a chance, I can explain.
Is this a joke? Do you really know, Nick?
Let me tell you what I know, and you can judge for yourself. We were prototypes, Nick. The first synths capable of independent thinking and judgment. Keep talking. One of the Institute's experiments had to do with how our brains could process personality. If we could handle individualized feelings and behaviors, I was allowed to develop mine based on experience. But with you, they wanted to try transferring an entire personality into you. It took several attempts before the personality imprint worked. I saw you wake up not knowing who or what you were so many times. I couldn't let them do it to you anymore. We were the only two prototypes they made. I literally saw myself in you. You were my brother, Nick. I helped you escape the Institute. We left together. If I were your brother, I'd remember. That's where you'd be wrong. This happened over a century ago. There's only so much memory that can fit into the prototype brains we have. I've heard enough. I think you and I need to talk about this. Maybe not now, though.
Is it really possible that you wouldn't remember any of this?
You mean between the Institute failsafes, the beatings I've taken over the years, and plain old age? Or are you buying this whole "there's only so much room up there" argument? I don't know. It's not like we've got the instruction manual.
Nick, is he really your brother?
If he is, it's news to me. Can synths even be related? Just because we're from the same assembly line, does that make us family? I gotta think about this.
We'll talk later. This is a lot to take in.
Nick, I don't need you to believe me. I'm just glad to see you again. Whenever you're ready, I'll be here. Now, about young Kasumi. It's important that you understand exactly why she's here. I asked you before if you think she's really a synth. If you could indulge me with an answer.
She's human, and she has a family waiting for her.
But imagine what it means if you're wrong. If Kasumi is a synth, then she doesn't have a family. She never had one. Think about how she must feel. None of us take this transition lightly.
She's facing the possibility of her entire life being a lie. That someone stripped her very identity from her and made her into something she isn't. I want you to understand that before you see her. She has a chance here to live as a synth, not hiding, not pretending to be something else. One more question, if you'll indulge me. You're here for Kasumi, but I suspect there could be another reason you came to us. Tell me, are you a synth?
I'm a human being, not a synth.
Are you sure? I don't mean to question you, but what's the first memory you have?
I was with my husband. We were getting ready for the day. I had to take care of my son, Sean. And well, a lot's happened since then.
But no memories before then? No childhood? Your first best friend? Your first kiss? That's usually a sign. Data is easy to migrate, but feelings, that's a hard thing to transfer into another mind. Isn't it funny how a memory can feel like a whole different reality? People, places, even sounds and colors can change. Or someone else has changed them. I won't lie to you. There will always be other explanations. Trauma, disease, the background radiation. They all take their toll on the mind. But I can promise you that you will be accepted here. Whatever you decide is true for yourself.
Thank you. You've given me a lot to think about.
I'm glad to hear it. Acadia is open to you. Feel free to walk the grounds. Introduce yourself to my co-founders, Faraday and Chase, and I'm sure you're eager to talk to Kasumi. She's usually working down below. Is there anything else you need from me?
So, everyone here in Acadia is a synth?
Yes. Either they were escapees we managed to find before the Institute could, or they were victims of a mind wipe, and we revealed the truth to them. You are from the Commonwealth, like Kasumi, yes? I'm sure you've had your own experiences with my kind.
I'd like to hear about your experiences first.
After I left the Commonwealth, it was decades before I met another of my kind. At first, I didn't believe it. I'm a prototype. I escaped long before synths could pass for human. I thought the person I was talking to was deluded at first, and then I realized the truth. That we were the same. I didn't know it then, but that's when Acadia really started.
From what I've seen, synths are just machines, nothing more.
Ignorance doesn't do your mind justice. Think about what you're saying.
Вот это да. Вот этого я не ожидал, блин.
You know, when I first climbed this mountain above the fog, I thought to myself, now here is a metaphor worth taking in. You've entered a place of clarity, understanding, peace. While you're here in Acadia, Synthkind welcomes you as long as you welcome us.
I came here looking for Kasumi Nakano.
Really? I'm impressed. Few would brave the kind of journey you've had for the sake of someone else. Kasumi is here. She's safe and unharmed, and you're free to see her if you'd like. Before you do, though, tell me, do you think Kasumi is a synth?
We're not answering any more questions until you play straight with us. Just who the hell are you, really? There's only one synth with that kind of face and a mind of his own, and I only see him when I look in a mirror.
Nick? It can't be you.
Don't give me that. What are you trying to pull? I've never seen you before in my life.
Please, if you're willing to give me a chance, I can explain.
All right, Dima. We'll humor you. Keep talking.
This all started over a century ago, when we were first created. We were prototypes, Nick. The first synths capable of independent thinking and judgment.
Keep talking.
One of the Institute's experiments had to do with how our brains could process personality. If we could handle individualized feelings and behaviors, I was allowed to develop mine based on experience. But with you, they wanted to try transferring an entire personality into you. It took several attempts before the personality imprint worked. I saw you wake up not knowing who or what you were so many times. I couldn't let them do it to you anymore. We were the only two prototypes they made. I literally saw myself in you. You were my brother, Nick. I helped you escape the Institute. We left together.
If I were your brother, I'd remember.
That's where you'd be wrong. This happened over a century ago. There's only so much memory that can fit into the prototype brains we have.
Ah, I've heard enough. I think you and I need to talk about this. Maybe not now, though.
We'll talk later. This is a lot to take in.
Nick, I don't need you to believe me. I'm just glad to see you again. Whenever you're ready, I'll be here. Now, about young Kasumi. It's important that you understand exactly why she's here. I asked you before if you think she's really a synth. If you could indulge me with an answer.
She's human, and she has a family waiting for her.
But imagine what it means if you're wrong. If Kasumi is a synth, then she doesn't have a family. She never had one. Think about how she must feel. None of us take this transition lightly. She's facing the possibility of her entire life being a lie. That someone stripped her very identity from her and made her into something she isn't. I want you to understand that before you see her. She has a chance here to live as a synth, not hiding, not pretending to be something else. One more question, if you'll indulge me. You're here for Kasumi, but I suspect there could be another reason you came to us. Tell me, are you a synth?
I'm a human being, not a synth.
Are you sure? I don't mean to question you, but what's the first memory you have?
You're treading on very personal territory. Back off.
Okay. You're not ready to have this conversation. Whatever you believe, we will accept you for who you are. Synth or human.
Thank you. You've given me a lot to think about.
I'm glad to hear it. Acadia is open to you. Feel free to walk the grounds. Introduce yourself to my co-founders, Faraday, and Chase, and I'm sure you're eager to talk to Kasumi. She's usually working down below. Is there anything else you need from me?
I should get going.
Of course.
Perhaps we're in there a long time. Are you feeling all right?
I'm fine. You worry too much.
Sometimes I feel like you don't worry enough. You know we blew 3 more relays this week. I'm coming in. You stay right there.
I assume you're not planning on staying long.
Is there a problem with my being here?
Maybe. Maybe not. Acadia is only as secure as we make it. We take unnecessary risks, we get careless, and things can go bad. Fast. If there's a synth who needs a safe place, then we take them in. Let them live as a synth, without fear. You don't fit that description. That makes you an unnecessary risk. It's nothing personal. Minimizing our contact with outsiders is just practical.
Is there anything I can say or do to change your mind?
Just don't cause any problems.
Sounds like you got the all clear. So what's your story?
I came here looking for Kasumi.
Oh, isn't that sweet of you? That Kasumi's a good enough kid, I suppose. A little confused, maybe. But then, aren't we all? Not that anyone's asking, but I'll tell you. It all gets easier to deal with when you realize none of it matters. What you are, where you came from, let go of all that, and life gets simple.
Yeah, I hear you.
Is that so? Huh. Most of the chumps here act like I'm out of my gourd. Good to know someone else sees it my way. Anyway, lately I've taken to amusing myself with trading. Don't have much to work with, but I'm always happy to make a good deal. Let me know if you need something. I probably won't have it, but let me know anyway.
Let's see what you got.
You never know. I might actually have something useful.
Итак, смотрим, у него есть... Что ли, надо его продать, что ли? Легендарная броня. Развед броня. Морской пехоты для туловища. Уменьшение урона в неподвижности. И стоит довольно внушительно. На нее надо деньги собирать. Поэтому я продам, что есть. Восьмой пока нужен, 50-го нету. Да уж. Цена, конечно, бешеная. С Касуми пока говорить не буду. Я здесь не за этим. Зато узнал цену разведброни 19507.